Thanks so much for joining us here on WTHR Plus. I'm Jenny Runovich. For the next hour, we are getting you hyped for the Hoosiers, talking all things IU football. The team's in Miami tonight, and so are we, all counting down to tomorrow's kickoff in the College Football Playoff National Championship. So we've got Dom and Eli, Sam and Dustin bringing us team coverage from the Sunshine State. Dom and Eli, lead us off.
Yes, hello and welcome to beautiful Miami, Florida. Hard Rock Stadium behind us as we're just over 24 hours from Indiana football playing in a national championship against the Miami Hurricanes. It's nearly here, Eli. We've talked a lot about it. It's on the doorstep.
Seriously, we talk a lot about it, and it's felt this way for the past month, right? It's win or go home in this situation that it's been. You have the Big Ten Championship, which, of course, takes you to the College Football Playoff. You got the Rose Bowl, check. Peach Bowl, check. Now the National Championship, the final check mark that this team is looking for to continue to make history.
Man, history awaits on Monday night. We're going to be with you all throughout this hour from Hard Rock Stadium. But first, let's toss it elsewhere in Florida, South Florida that is. Dustin Grove, how you doing?
Hey, good evening, guys. We are live from Playoff Fan Central headquarters in the Miami Beach Convention Center. This was the place to be for thousands of fans here in town for the game coming up tomorrow night. I want to show you what's going on behind us. This is actually the Heisman Trophy, so fans could get their picture taken earlier today with the Heisman. They could also play all sorts of games and activities. You could punt, you could pass, you could kick, you could run a 40-yard dash. Also, lots of merch to enjoy. And there was an IU pep rally earlier today that fans really got hyped up for, and we're going to show that to you coming up ahead this half hour. We're also going to hear from fans who have traveled from thousands of miles away for the big game. That's ahead also this half hour. Now let's head to Samantha Johnson. She also spent the day with fans. She's just down the road in downtown Miami. Hey, Sam.
Hey, Dustin, good evening to you. We are inside the Big Red warm-up, which is a giant pep rally for IU fans. And look who's on stage right now. Indiana's own Clayton Anderson has taken the stage. And take a look at this crowd. Hoosiers as far as the eye can see. To give you some perspective, we are right on the water, downtown Miami. So any Miami fans in downtown tonight, they are hearing this Hoosier pride. And this is just the beginning. We also caught up with administration at IU, President Pamela Whitten, IU Athletic Director Scott Dolson, and some pretty special guests. You'll hear from all of them. Dom and Eli, that's coming up within the next hour. We'll see you soon.
It's awesome to see WTHR's presence here in South Florida. We got to hear from Curt Cignetti this morning, all sorts of Indiana football players yesterday. They're locked in.
But first, we're going to let you know what's going on back in Indianapolis, and for that, we'll send it back to you, Jenny, in the studio.
All right, Dom and Eli, thanks so much. Well, they are in sunny Florida, and we are jealous, guys.
Yes,
We've got to say.
Yes.
Rob and I are here in chilly Indy.
Yeah.
Boy, what a difference. What is the temperature spread right now?
Temperatures, believe it or not, they're cold, but they're near 20 degrees or so. But we're going to drop,
20.
it's nothing, right? We're going to drop into the single digits for tonight, and we're going to see the wind chills really drop because the winds are going to pick up. Currently sitting at 20, it feels like it's much colder than that. We certainly have temperatures that feel like they're down closer to zero. They feel like they're into the single digits. They will likely go below zero for tonight. We also have a chance for some snow showers as this system swings through. Once that system swings through, it's going to pick up the winds, and that's going to drop the wind chills. Watch the values through early tomorrow morning. Guys, I hope you're listening. Enjoy the Miami heat down there because, look, we're talking about 10 to 15 degrees below zero is what it will feel like tomorrow morning as our high temperature only makes it into the teens.
Rob, thank you so much. We do want to get you updated quickly on some news headlines tonight, including a triple shooting on the far east side of Indianapolis. This happened just after 1 a.m. on Point Club Road. That's near 30th and German Church. Officers there found 3 people shot. An adult man died at the scene, and we've just learned another adult just died from their injuries. Also, a juvenile shot there is said to be stable. So far, no word on a suspect or motive. 2 people are dead and 2 injured. Also a person arrested tonight after a house fire north of Bloomington. Monroe County dispatchers got multiple 911 calls just before 3 a.m. about this fire on East Anderson Road. Deputies say a vehicle had crashed into an attached garage which was on fire. They found 4 victims, 2 of whom died from their injuries. The other 2 are now being treated for severe burns at local hospitals. Investigators say they then found a suspect accused of starting the fire in the woods. Now we're working to learn more about the victims and the charges that suspect is facing. Students at IU Indianapolis today held an eat-in and protest event after the university canceled this year's MLK dinner. That dinner honoring Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy not being held for the first time in 60 years. So students are hosting their own events, including this one today at the campus center. They hope it sends a message.
I'm fighting for the next generation, and please don't take away the next generation's opportunity at a higher quality of education. Education is the way to a better future for tomorrow.
A student-led version of an MLK dinner is being held tomorrow at the Indianapolis Marriott East from 6 to 8 p.m. And remember, you can always find the latest local headlines on WTHR.com and our 13 News app. Plus, we'll have more for you tonight on 13 News at 11. All right, let's get you back out live to Miami, Florida, where the Hoosiers are hoping to make history and secure their first college football national title. Fans enjoying a little live music by the water and having a ton of fun. What an incredible season it has been so far for the Hoosiers. Look at the kids, the parents, everybody singing along. They are cheering on a team that's 15-0 headed into the championship game. But we know the job is not done yet. So Dom and Eli heard from Coach Curt Cignetti today on the mission for Monday night. Let's send it back out to them in Miami. Hi, guys.
Hello, hello. Yes, we did hear from head coach Curt Cignetti this morning, locked in as always. And Eli, we've talked about it. This Indiana Hoosiers football team, a lot of teams can say we're in the here and now, we're being where our feet are, but they epitomize it each and every day. And as much history awaits for Indiana winning their first national championship and the turnaround that it's been, I believe in when they say it's just another game.
Yeah, absolutely. And to this point in the season, when you're playing this far, you already know your own identity, right? You know what you can do on the football field. You don't have to change anything around, despite a couple wrinkles here and there with play calling. And for these two programs, too, so obviously IU with the history going for their first national title. Miami hasn't played a national championship since 2002. They've been waiting to get back to this moment themselves. All year long, you can say like the last decade, everyone's been saying, is the U back? Because they always kind of, fringe on that line of getting into a college football playoff and whatnot, but they never have. And this year, Mario Cristobal has said, no, we're not back. We're making our own path and our own history in their own way. So each team, despite the historical differences between them, still on a mission to get this national championship for the present and for their own journey. And actually today, well, Curt Cignetti and Mario Cristobal were both asked, and you're going to hear it here very shortly, what it would mean historically for these programs to win a national championship tomorrow night. Listen up for this.
You know, your two programs have very different histories. I'm wondering, just from a historical perspective, what a national championship would mean for each of your programs on Monday.
Coach Cignetti.
It'd mean we're the national champion.
Coach Cristobal.
It would mean we're the national champions.
I think it's time to sharpen the saw now. Throw those warm fuzzies out the door. That sentimentalism. It's time to go play a game against a great opponent. We got to have a sharp edge going into this game. And, you don't go to war with warm milk and cookies.
Our cameras on the risers.
So it's one of those Cignetti-isms that he continues to give. Got a few laughs today out of that final press conference, and just as stoic as you could be as a coach. And Mario Cristobal, the same way as well.
Yeah, a lot of respect between these two head coaches, their programs, what they've been able to accomplish. You don't go to war with warm melted cookies, all right?
I love that.
Hey, we got some run-throughs going on behind us. Let's send it out to Samantha Johnson, hanging out with the fans. A lot going on in downtown Miami, Sam.
Oh, no doubt about it. We are enjoying the company of Clayton Anderson here in downtown Miami. And take a look, I'm with, a couple thousand of my friends. Dustin, much more to come here on 13 News.
That's right. We are just getting started, Sam. We've heard from the coaches. Now we're going to hear from the fans who have waited decades. You couldn't write a better movie script. We're live from Miami Beach as 13 News at 6 continues right after this.